First, I'd like to add one personal note. I want to thank the Ryans for having me here today. That was a turkey second to none. And I speak as one who got where he is today by enjoying a good meal now and then. Maeve, Johnny, you've got a beautiful family. You must be very proud.
Thank you, Charlie.
Oh, we are. We are proud.
Now, you all know I have this terrible weakness. Whenever I see a group of people gathered together, I find myself wanting to make a speech. But this isn't going to be any speech. It's not going to be any speech. This is going to be a tribute to all the Ryans. And mostly to Frank.
Easy now, Charlie.
No, a man who's the most promising young politician it's ever been my privilege to work with. A winner, a natural winner.
That's right, Charlie. Yes.
And I know he's going to do a great job on the city council this year. This city can use all the help it can get now, huh? And a year from now, who knows? Maybe next Thanksgiving we'll be drinking a toast to Congressman Ryan. Huh?
I'll do.
Hip, hip.
How about that, huh? To all the Ryans, and most especially to Frank Ryan, the people's choice.
Thanks, Mom.
My own father couldn't have done it better. All right, John.
No, that's
Your
enough.
turn.
It's enough speeches.
No.
Not that we didn't love your speech, Charlie.
Come on.
Tell them what you were telling me this morning. Go on.
Well, before any of you was up this morning, Maeve and I was down in the kitchen looking at that great, huge turkey, and I was saying how much we really do have to be thankful for. I mean, when my father came over from the old country, he had $8 and a strong back, as they say. And when Maeve came over after the war, we didn't have much more. And it's just amazing to me how good life has been to us since that time. I mean, we've always had our health. We got 5 beautiful children. And well, lately things have been going awful good for us. Well, I'm just sorry that Siobhan and Kathleen couldn't be with us today. But we got Pat.
My son, the doctor.
Oh. And we got Mary.
Who is beyond compare.
And we've got Frank, who's always been a special source of pride for us because he's kind of living proof of everything we've always believed. That if you work hard and you don't give up, and you live your life by the principles you've been taught, then you'll do well and get ahead. And now I would like to make my own special toast to my son, Francis Michael, who's never let us down.
Thanks, Doc.
I'll drink to that, John. To Frank.
To Frank.
What's everybody looking at me for? If you want to stare, look at Mary, huh?
Hey, Mary, can you eat another turkey?
In about a week. Oh, Bob, you didn't!
I sure did.
Every year since the 6th grade.
Yeah, I could never remember why you were so angry at me all the time then. Or how I could care about Frank's little brat of a sister. But I did. I still do.
Oh, Bob, thank you.
Gosh, it's great to have Frank back home, isn't it?
Kidding, it's terrific.
Yeah, and Dee's so much better since he got back.
Yeah, she really is.
Here.
Oh, all he wanted was his teddy bear, so I gave it to him, and he plugged his thumb in his mouth, and he was sound asleep.
He deserves that rest.
You know, he's much better when you're home. Now, you think it doesn't make a difference, but it does. Isn't that right, Maeve?
Oh, indeed it does. He can't say much, but he sure is a lot happier with his father here. Who in the world could that be?
I don't know. I'll go take a look.
Mom outdid herself. I need a walk.
Well, Mrs. Huber, what a surprise!
Mrs. Huber!
Surprise!
Have
Come
you
on in.
finished your Thanksgiving dinner yet, Mr.
Yeah,
Ryan?
come
I
on
waited.
in. It's been a half hour since we ate. Now, is something wrong?
Oh, dear, I'm afraid something's very wrong. And I don't know who to turn to except Frank.
Nick, Frank Ryan's the only possible problem. Otherwise, I'll handle it.
I told you, don't worry. Roger's given me everything I need to keep Ryan from interfering. This time.
You better be good, Nick. Those people are gonna be crawling all over him asking for help.
Oh, I could cry. I got $250,000 riding on the sale of those buildings, and no people and no Frank Ryan are gonna stand in the way. Believe it.
This week, lives will be threatened. They thought the danger was over.
We're family now. It's gonna take that away from us.
But it's just the beginning.
What is she gonna do next?
Then, someone's framing Todd for murder. Now he wants answers.
Give me a name.
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
You know how it is. You look in the mirror one day and you go, how am I gonna lose this weight? eDiet's meal delivery from eDiets.com. It's the easiest, smartest, most delicious way to eat great and finally lose the weight. I know you're thinking, eat great and lose weight? Really? Really.
You'll love the food. There's no MSG, no fake sugars.
The food tastes fantastic. It's awesome. Very delicious.
It tastes wonderful.
Call now or go to eDiets.com. Choose from over 100 fresh prepared meals, not dehydrated diet food, but really delicious food. eDiets will deliver your favorite meals and snacks in a chill fresh container.
All you have to do is relax, enjoy, and eat great. All the way to slim.
I lost 115 pounds.
65 pounds.
25 pounds. 94 pounds.
Along the way, eDiets.com gives you real support.
Terrific online tools, access to registered dietitians and trainers, and friends who care about your success.
They're there with you to hold your hand, and they really care. Truthfully, I like everything about eDiets.
I've lost 30 pounds. All of a sudden, I find myself a changed person.
Hey, I made it to 50 pounds, and look at me now, I'm 60 pounds.
Millions of people have turned to eDiets.com to lose the weight. Now it's your turn.
Call or go to eDiets.com and sign up for 7 full days of meals, 3 meals per day, fresh prepared just for you, plus snacks. So don't wait. Join eDiets. Eat great food and lose weight fast.
I believe that eDiets can change people's lives.
My husband will often say, "You're the hot wife." That's just boosted my confidence a lot.
eDiets has changed my life forever.
Call to find out how you can get 1 week of meals absolutely free. That's right. 1 week of fresh prepared food, 1 week of weight loss, 1 week of success, free.
Free? What are you waiting for? Call or go online to get started now.
Call 1-800-279-1604 or visit eDiets.com now.
Oh, it smells fantastic.
There is nothing like
Somebody
mince
get
pie.
the phone. I'll get it.
Hello?
Hi, it's me.
Oh, hello.
Are you surrounded by people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Well, how about later? Do you think you could get away? Maybe for a walk along the river?
Oh,
No chance at all?
Well, we're gonna have dessert now, and then I think Daddy wants to take us visiting.
Shall we serve it in here or in the parlor?
In the parlor.
Okay.
Well, maybe I'll see you back at the hospital tonight?
Yeah, that'd be great. And thanks a lot for asking me. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Faith, catch the door for me, okay?
Yeah. Oh, here, let me take these for you, too.
Now, how's the coffee coming?
I think it's just about done, Dad.
Is that Brandon?
Yes, I finished the bottle. My face was hurting. You know, I saw Nell Bolak at the office this morning, and well, is she completely cured?
I saw her too.
I found it very terrifying because she was sitting up in bed insisting that she was completely well.
I know, she shook me up.
Okay. Dessert is on the table and coffee is ready. I think we're all set.
Roger seems to have polished off most of the brandy. I think I'll go down to the cellar and get something special. The lack of enthusiasm at dinner today, I think this party could use a little help. Anyone want to volunteer to hold the flashlight?
I'll help.
Ah, good. Come on. Right. Here we go.
Yeah. Even Dad notices this isn't the happiest Thanksgiving we've ever had.
Why should it be? Faith wants to be with Pat. You wish you were with Frank. And I wish I were dead.
Now, is that just on general principles? Or are you suddenly, becoming aware of your conscience or lack of it? Or perhaps it's something else.
Listen, I feel bad enough already. I know I'm a weak person, Jill.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm trying to tell you.
Tell me what?
You know the money you gave me, the $4,500 that I owed Nick?
Yeah?
It wasn't enough.
You mean he wants more money?
He wanted the information I had on Frank.
Roger, you didn't.
They were going to break my hands, Jill.
Roger.
Jill, I'm sorry. I tried not to, but he kept insisting. I had all the money. I gave it to him, but he said he wouldn't settle for it. He said that I owed him more in interest.
What did you tell him?
The whole thing. All of it.
Roger, you didn't.
I tried not to, Jill. But I couldn't take another beating.
You could have gone to the police.
I couldn't. They've got me. Don't you understand that? I know it was an awful thing I did. And I feel miserable and guilty and sick about it.
Sick enough to go to Frank and tell him what you're gonna do?
Not now, maybe tomorrow.
Forget it. Because obviously it requires more courage than you've got. I'll do it myself.
Bad enough when the supers stopped doing anything about the garbage, but with no heat and no hot water in 5 buildings.
When did this start, Mrs. Huber?
The 5 boilers stopped operating yesterday morning.
They haven't done anything for 2 days?
We ring and ring the super, but he doesn't answer. Then we called the real estate office that owns the building, and they don't answer. My George went down to the basement, but he doesn't know anything about boilers.
No heat and hot water all day.
We tried to find someone who could help. We didn't want to bother Frank just out of the hospital on Thanksgiving Day.
That's all right, Mrs. Huber. That's okay. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, if it wasn't for the baby in the next building and the old people who suffer. So...
Sure, I understand. Bob, how about putting in a call to the City Housing Authority, see if you can get someone over there right away. Right, use my name. A call from the city councilman, even if he hasn't taken office yet, might help speed things up.
Oh.
Check.
Thank you, Frank.
We haven't done anything yet. What we need right now is to get those boilers working.
Well, look, why don't I go over and take a look? I've been taking care of the boiler in this building for 30 years. If anybody knows more about boilers than I do, I'd like to meet him.
Could you, Mr. Ryan?
Under the circumstances, I'd just as soon you didn't go alone.
Well, I'll take Pat and Aunt Bob with me.
Oh. Do you all realize how dangerous Frank is making this sound?
Someone's got it in for the tenants in those buildings, Dee, and my guess it's the owner who wants to make a sale.
I'm afraid you're right.
Why do you have to get mixed up with this again, huh?
If you think anyone might get hurt, we don't want to be responsible.
That's not your problem, Mrs. Huber. Now, are the boiler rooms open?
Oh, yes. The whole buildings are open for that matter.
Look, why don't we go over there now, and we'll have our second piece of pie when we get back.
All right, let's eat it.
I'll keep it warm.
All right, the housing authority's gonna send somebody over. You mentioned councilman, Charlie. They jump.
You better believe it.
Let's take your coats, gentlemen, because it's bitter out there.
Oh, and those basements are freezing.
Don't worry, Huber, we'll take care of it.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you. Thank us when we get it fixed, all right?
Oh, but I'm just so grateful that you're here. That's all.
Isn't it a terrible thing? What kind of a person would turn people's heat off in weather like this, let alone a holiday?
5 old buildings. Must mean 50 apartments.
You know, I had a strange sensation when Mrs. Huber was telling us about the boilers.
What's that, Ma?
I couldn't help feeling, when she talked about the baby and the old people, how proud of you I was that she'd come to you. That you're the person that those people are all turning toward and depending on.
I'm through with Ryan. He'll be shoving those tenants out of the door himself so that the hospital can have those buildings.
They're gonna be in for some surprise, Nick.
What it'll cost him? 50 votes? That kid's got a great future ahead of him. Kind of interesting to have the career of a bright, talented man like Frank Ryan right in the palm of your hand.
15 Seconds with Susan Lucci.
Well, I can't imagine not acting. I mean, honestly, it was the way I played as a little girl. I was just always making up stories and acting out all the parts. And so the only other thing I could think of would be a rock star.
Catch Susan Lucci on All My Children weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
Jerry's out the Balkan, which means he's still out there and we have no clue who he is.
This week,
I don't live my life in fear.
We gotta deal with reality.
can Sonny protect Brenda when she comes face to face with her enemy?
I'll have my revenge.
Watch General Hospital, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Someone's feeling better.
Pediacare, relied on by moms and pediatricians to help kids feel better.
Hi, I'm Jillian Michaels. Want to jumpstart your weight control program? Try my 14-day cleanse and burn. Use it to kick off any sensible diet and exercise plan. Jillian Michaels, 14-day cleanse and burn. Available everywhere.
Can your body wash nourish this deeply? The moisturizer in other body washes sits on top of skin. Only Dove has Nutrient Moisture, which can nourish deep down. Dove Body Wash with Nutrient Moisture. Superior natural nourishment for your skin.
When I color my hair, I want it to look natural.
Meet L'Oreal's Healthy Look Cream Gloss Color. Beyond natural, it's gorgeous, healthy looking color. Glossy and silky with irresistible shine in just 10 minutes. 85% who've tried it agree. Hair looks healthier. L'Oreal's Healthy Look Cream Gloss Color.
This week, Greenlee recruits Scott for her plan.
All you have to do is get to know a gorgeous blonde.
But he's playing by his own rules.
You're gonna need to make it worth my time.
And David's back in the game.
Kendall tried to kill me. Now it's her turn to pay.
Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
What? Well, I know, Mother. We wish we were with you, too. Has Grandfather proposed a toast yet? I'll tell her. I think Seneca's about to do the same thing here. No, she was telling the truth. She's up and out of bed, and she looks terrific. Okay. I love the dad, too. Oh, well, what do you think about the football game? Seneca said the same thing. Yeah. Okay, Mother. Goodbye. Talk about a marathon. You know, between us, we were on for over a half an hour.
Well, it was almost as good as being there.
No.
Thank you. Well, if you have to spend Thanksgiving in the hospital, the trick is to have your husband as attending physician.
You bet. Bucky. Thanks. Oh, I said I'd tell you that Grandfather began his Thanksgiving toast with you.
Well, Henry and I had the same idea. To you, with a hope that you know how thankful we are to be together today.
I'll drink to that.
Thank you, both of you.
See, are you all right?
Yes. I was just thinking of Oliver.
The dog?
Yes. I woke up early this morning and I was remembering Thanksgivings. And there was Ollie with his head on my father's foot at dinner.
Seneca, have you seen pictures of Oliver?
Are you kidding? I used to carry around a picture of him in her wallet.
Let's see, I was 5 years old when my father brought him home, so he was 10 when you were born.
And I was in the first grade when he died.
He was 16 years old and stiff and totally blind, and he refused to admit it. He would have made a marvelous field dog, only my father wasn't a hunter, so Ollie took it all out on the squirrels and the rabbits. He'd trek a rabbit for 20 miles, just for the fun of it. But he hated squirrels with a passion. He spent most of his life trying to figure out how to climb a tree. When I came home for Thanksgiving my junior year at college, I knew it was going to be my last visit with Ollie. It was very warm, and on Thanksgiving Day, my father and I sat in the sun on the terrace, and I was scratching Ollie's ears, and he was grinning the way he did when he was absolutely content. And a squirrel skidded across the steps. Ollie couldn't see a thing at that point, but his nose was almost as good as ever. And he got up on those old stiff legs, and he was off that porch before we knew what he was doing. The squirrel headed straight across the yard for an old maple with Ollie right behind it. And my father and I could see what was going to happen. The squirrel jumped, and Ollie crashed headlong into that tree and collapsed. He couldn't get up. My father knelt beside him. And Ollie just lay there and was terribly embarrassed and confused and in pain. And my father looked at me and said, "I'd be so grateful if you'd just admit what's happening to him." I thought about that for a long while this morning. Ollie's buried on the hill behind the house. I'd really like to climb up there one day next summer and visit his grave. Will I be alive next summer?
I hope so.
Something's easier. I don't understand it, but I don't want to pretend anymore.
Next, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Later, see who's stirring up trouble in Pine Valley on All My Children, only on SoapNet. People are talking about General Hospital's Lucky and Siobhan. D. Hunter Roscoe posted on Facebook, "Finally a love for Lucky. He and Siobhan are great together." Charlotte May adds, "This is great. I hope it works out for these two." Laura Bruno says, "Men are always sexier when they're happy and in love." And Lori McPherson Draper sums it all up. "They are just the cutest couple. Way to go, GH. I love this storyline." People are talking about General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
There's a revolution in weight loss, and it begins with you.
Okay, here goes. I lost 80 pounds. I'm much more outgoing and happy and ecstatic all the time. I'm the incredible shrinking woman.
Looking at myself in the mirror, just like from every angle.
This is me. We sent out cameras across the country and asked you to tell us your success stories in your words.
Thank you, Nutrisystem.
This is the new Nutrisystem. We've recruited top chefs to help remake and reinvent our foods. Foods so good, you'll rethink what it means to be on a diet. Call today and get your first 7 days free. That's 28 meals free. It's a weight loss revolution.
I've lost 101 pounds.
Never felt better in a black dress before. Nice job. We're gonna have some fun now.
It's time to say hooray you. Get started today with your first 7 days free. It's our best food at our lowest price ever. The new Nutrisystem. Call 800-321-THIN or visit Nutrisystem.com.
Beau vows revenge
I figured out a way to make Warden Smith pay for what she's done.
on a relentless warden
I will have my prisoner back.
who will stop at nothing to get to hope.
Who's there?
Your wife's worst nightmare.
Watch Days of Our Lives weeknights at 6 and 11 on SoapNet. So charming, so irresistible, so damn hot. A special Hot Guys of ABC Daytime. Catch fan-favorite episodes of All My Children, One Life to Live in General Hospital.
I'm much needed eye candy.
Plus, you'll want to hear what they've got to say about women.
I prefer women asking me out.
But mostly, you're just gonna want to watch.
Yeah.
You're so bad.
You have no idea.
The Hot Guys of ABC Daytime. Next Wednesday on ABC. Next Wednesday night starting at 8 on SoapNet.
It's time, Erica. Choose a door.
Choices, they are life's constant. Anything is possible, right? The choice to be brave.
I have breast cancer. Mom.
The choice to turn back.
I feel like I'm way out of my league.
But when life doesn't turn out the way you hoped.
Something awful is going to happen here.
Am I dead? You wonder, did you ever really have a choice?
Am I married?
No one gets to see their future. That's not how this works.
The shocking new season begins.
I need to know.
Being Erica premieres Wednesday, January 26th at 11 on SoapNet.
Go to SoapNet.com to sign up for the weekly SoapNet newsletter, the source for all the latest soap news. Enjoy a weekly email with links to photo galleries of your favorite stars, cast comings and goings, storyline sneak peeks, fun quizzes, and the scoop on special events. Sign up now at SoapNet.com.
We've had so many fine Thanksgivings in this place, I can hardly sort one out from the next. Except maybe the first one.
When you and Dar were just married?
I was all of 17. I had the answers to everything. Not unlike someone else I know.
You come by it naturally then, eh, Betty?
Yeah, that Thanksgiving changed my life. I wasn't at all sure in my own mind up till then that I wanted to remain living in America.
You weren't?
Not that I didn't love your father. He dazzled me beyond belief. But he plucked me away from my home and brought me here. Not that I'm sure I ever could have really gone back. Not unless I persuaded him to go with me.
Maeve, I don't understand. What was wrong?
I missed my people. My mother, my father. I was only 17, remember. America was a very strange place.
How long had you been here?
Oh, just a couple of months. I was barmaid, and John was tending bar. And old man Donald. He had a pretty good idea that I was just about dying of homesickness. So he and his missus invited us up for Thanksgiving. And they devoted the whole day to making me feel at home. Dear man. He knew a homesick girl when he saw one. Oh, they fussed over me and got me to laughing and talking about home, and before I knew it, I was having the time of my life and I was over the hump.
It's a good thing for us, huh?
What I didn't know, of course, is that you were on the way already. Which is probably why I was feeling so strange.
Blame it all on me.
Yeah, it was the one and only time you ever caused me any trouble, generally speaking.
I'll get it. Hello?
That must be Mary Ryan. It's Nick Szabo. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Szabo.
Is your father there? I'd like to say hello.
No, I'm afraid he's out. Would you like to talk to my mother?
That would be enchanting.
Mother, it's Nick Szabo.
Hello, Nick.
Hello, Maeve. I just wanted to wish you and Johnny the best of all possible Thanksgivings.
Oh, that's very nice of you. I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving yourself. As nice as you could expect, of course, being considering you in the hospital.
Well, thanks. It wasn't that bad.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I hope next year that you're with your daughter, Serena.
Yes. Yes, I hope so, too.
Well, I'll tell John you called.
That's fine, Maeve. Thanks. Oh, I wonder if I might have a few words with the new city councilman. I don't want to miss him. He's an old friend and a very important person in the community.
Of course.
Darling, he wants to speak with you. There.
Hello, Nick.
Well, Councilman, you have a lot to be thankful for.
Yes, I do.
Have a nice holiday.
Very nice, thanks.
Frank, I don't like to bring up business on a day like this, but I'm getting out of the hospital tomorrow, and on my way home, I wonder if I could stop by and see you. I have a request I'm sure you won't be able to refuse.
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.